this episode, you'll learn the origins of this mantel design and how its parts are engineered to ease the installation process. A traditional mantel or fireplace surround consists of a horizontal mantel shelf mounted over a frieze, all supported by legs that frame the fireplace opening. Many examples are rendered with classical details that include raised panels, crown molding, plinth blocks, and other decorative elements. In the late 19th century, the craftsman and arts and crafts styles ushered in a simpler architectural style, one that was characterized by the use of simple profiles, clear finishes over figured wood, and details such as the cloud lift and pegged joint. Seb took his inspirations from this style, but combined it with a geometry of a more modern rectilinear style. All the traditional parts of a mantel are here: shelf, frieze, parting strip, and legs, but rendered without the ornamentation of the classical design. For instance, instead of a crown and cove molding below the shelf, he replaced it with a flat molding. The mantel's ornamentation comes not from the molding profiles, but from the wood grain and the interplay of light and shadow over the various parts. After drawing the design, Seb picked out the stock that was not only the appropriate size, but that also had the grain patterns that he thought would add to the piece.
When I go to the lumber yard, I kind of keep an eye out for pretty looking boards. And I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, I was picking some cherry and I found this one, which has a particularly nice ripple effect in it. And it's got a little bit of sap grain in here.
Yeah.
And so this is what I would call a feature board.
This is the star of the show.
This is the star of the show. So when you're looking at the front of the fireplace, you're going to see this board more than anything else. Anything on edge, any little molding that's underneath the shelf is going to be a bit in shadow. So between this board and the two legs, that's really what you're going to see more than anything else because of their width and because of their placement.
As continuity is important in a clear finished piece like this, he also made sure to choose stock that was wide and long enough so that he could maintain the grain patterns going around mitered returns. He also picked out the other pieces for the mantel shelf, moldings, and legs, and then started to mill them flat and square. Here's a cool tip. To mark imperfections and cut lines on the pieces, he used a white piece of chalk and a bright aluminum holder that was easy to find on the bench or could be clipped into his pocket. The chalk is really visible and, of course, won't stain or permanently mar the wood. He uses it to indicate where to cut and where to save so that he gets exactly the piece that he wants. I love it.
Yeah. Now if I could make John Hancock's signature.
Watch the next episode in the series to see how Seb made the parts of the mantel.